I don't know if you call it a favorite memory or not, but I remember one time, I don't remember, did we go to Sebago Lake one time?
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
I think that's where we were going, and I picked up Betty Keene, you all know who I mean by Betty Keene, and she brought her chair, and she said she had it all marked, she put Keene on it.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there we go.
A real.
Yeah.
You'll be hidden.
When you hang it on the wall, the blue field, yes.
You
I
put it
was
the
a
wrong
Boy Scout.
way.
I know my flag.
Does it fit on there, does it? Unless I do this.
Do you need my arms?
I
Do you want to go next, Brenda?
Yeah, he's taller. Just put it up a little higher.
Brenda Coleman. I think my favorite one was the last one we had here. We made ice cream.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never done that.
Yeah.
No,
That was
it is
kinda
fun
neat.
to make ice cream together.
And Mom had actually churned some too.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Turn the
Ice
great.
cream.
Last year.
You said you
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
going to do it, but you did.
You don't want.
So that was kind of neat.
Yeah. Why don't you go next, Ivan?
Ivan Byfield, I don't know. I've missed so many that I don't remember. I can remember back to, I guess it was East Hebron Grange or someplace we used to go to.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Many, many years ago.
Yeah, one thing.
You done?
Yeah.
No, you can talk for me. My name's Pearl, Ivan's wife, and I don't really have any memories. I haven't been going that many years, so, but I enjoy them.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you. We can make some new memories as we go.
Okay.
Now, are you a Keene or did you marry into the Keenes?
His mother was a king.
Uh-huh.
I'm Geneva Hackett. My mother was Florence Keene Byfield. And I've enjoyed them all. I've been to them. I've enjoyed them all, really.
Wow.
Right.
You're up.
Everybody looking at me.
I'll give you one guess.
Now we expect to get a full report from you because you've been to almost every single Keene reunion
I
there's
can't
ever
hear
been.
what half the what people
Oh yeah, so you're
saying.
supposed to share your favorite memory of a Keene reunion. So you might have a lot of those, having come for so long.
Well, I don't know. But I've enjoyed them all as far as that goes.
Is there anything special that they used to do in the olden days that we could bring back sometime?
Remember, most of the olden days was up in East Hebron anyway, huh?
So at the Grange Hall in East Hebron, is that where you would go most of the time?
There's some different crowd they had up there
Oh,
than we
really?
have here.
Now, what was that crowd like?
Bigger.
Bigger.
More
Yeah.
people. More people.
Yeah, we would like to have
Must
that
have been
again.
100 people there.
Wow.
Those Keenes must have had a lot of kids.
But not today.
Not yet this year, maybe next year.
That's it, I guess.
David?
Well, I'm Margaret and I'm Florence
Oh.
Keene's, Byfield's daughter.
Go, Betty.
About David.
It's on you, I guess. So we'll get to him eventually.
Okay.
We're going around.
Well, I happen to have this open. My father was the secretary. One of my favorite is not actually a reunion memory, but when I was little, we would send out the postcards. And we had a stamp. And my job was to take the postcard and use the stamp to stamp the postcard and then pass it to my father, who would fill out Harris Hill Grange or East Hebron Grange or wherever it was that year. And he would fill in the date. There was the stamp said annual Keene Reunion, but it had blanks for where it was going to be and what the actual date was, but a lot of the stuff was all filled in right on the stamp. And we still have that stamp, which I think is kind of neat. But that's one of my favorite, is helping my dad. My dad and mom were secretary / treasurer for a long time. And August 8th, 1965, East Hebron Grange called to order after lunch by President Linwood Keene. Lord's Prayer, reading of minutes, moved and supported same officers be re-elected. President Linwood, Vice President is not filled in, Secretary Treasurer is not filled in. Kitchen Committee voted to donate $5 for the use of the hall. Collection was $14.59. The oldest was Blynn Davis at 79 from Bridgeton, Maine. The youngest was Jerry Young, 7 years old, from Wells, Maine. The furthest was Kathleen Babb from Oradell, New Jersey. Next year, same date at Harris Hill Grange. There were 31 present.
Wow.
Expenses for 65. Postcards cost $4. The kitchen cost $2, and they donated $5 for the use of the hall. Rising vote of thanks to L. Keene for preparing the hall. Voted thanks to Elsie Keene for the soda. Same to Ray Keene for the chocolate milk. Asked Albert Durgan to see if he will arrange for soda and ice cream and the hall. Adjourned at 2:15.
Pretty good.
Okay, my name is Ellery Keene, and I've already told one of my favorite stories, or maybe someone didn't hear it, and that was about they're asking all the Poland Keenes to stand up, and my father stood up, and all the Hebron Keenes to stand up, and my father stood up. And that made me pretty proud. I like that. Another one that I want to mention, and I wish I could remember her name, but one year, back around that era, we were at someone's home right there in Poland, not very far from the cemetery there, where the Keenes' graves are. And we had nice long tables, like it was a very classy place. And there were people who you sat down and somebody brought you your meal.
Wow.
and gave it to you. And, you know, it wasn't even a buffet. It was pretty classy. So that's kind of an interesting memory. Even if it's not my favorite one, I thought it was worth sharing. Not like here.
If you had brought me my food, it could have been that way. You had a real classy experience.
Yeah.
Well, Amy, would you like to introduce yourself and share your favorite memory from the Keene Reunion?
I feel like my mom can tell it.
I don't know what your favorite memory is. It's okay.
What do you like the best about the Keene Reunion?
Just say what your name is. That's fine.
What's your name?
Amy Young.
And what's your favorite memory? That?
She pointed at you.
Me.
I want you to talk about it.
Talk about your favorite memory? Okay, I'll see what I can say about your favorite memory.
You know my memory.
What's your favorite memory of Amy at a Keene Reunion? I guess that's what she wants to share.
I want my dad to talk about it.
Like when he bought podcasts, you know.
All right, Martha, it's your turn.
There we go.
Now it's David's turn.
Well, Amy's favorite memory of the Keene Reunion. Amy likes food. She likes playing with her cousins, and she likes coloring. Okay.
She also likes to put puzzles together.
Yes.
Let's see.
I remember since I was a kid. When I tried the ice cream.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, she likes ice cream.
Yeah, I figured she'd think of it eventually.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Memory that I won't forget.
Trying to get the thing to go straight. You want to watch yourself while you talk?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Are you in
Well,
there?
I remember there was a woman's home. Well, I don't know the name of the place, but there was a lovely home near water. I want to say
I bet it was Elsie Keene's place
Elsie
in Hope.
Keene's
Elsie
home.
Keene, I was
Elsie
gonna say
Keene's
that.
place.
Might be the one I remember.
We went there and we were outside and there was a lot of people and we were supposed to introduce ourselves. And I remember that my sister Betty was able to stand up and recite her ancestry, beginning with my father, all the way back to the Mayflower. And I wonder if you can still do it.
I don't know. Maybe you could if you tried.
Pretty good
I can go back away.
Let's see how far you can go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
This
tell.
would be
Go
fun.
and tell.
Okay, my father was James L. Keene. His father was Everard Almont Keene. His father was Nathaniel Keene. His father was Nathaniel Keene. His father was, I think, Joshua.
Oh, she's got it.
I'm thinking she can figure I could. I just doesn't help you
The teacher has the answers.
I was just about to say nobody'd know if you made a mistake, so just spell them off.
Right when I came
And
here.
let's see, I
That
think
was
there were
another
two
kid.
Joshuas.
There's another Nathaniel,
Yep,
and then there are two Josiahs. But that's close.
yep.
And then, finally,
John.
yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty impressive. You did well.
I was a kid when I came here.
Of course, it said
And here, under 1963,
the good ship Confidence or
we
Confidence.
have a Carl Fifield of Mechanic
1638,
Falls.
the good ship Confidence.
So it wasn't the Mayflower, although we do go back to Mayflower too.
Yeah, I did know that was a good ship confidence.
Well, that's neat. Well, it's good job, Mom. With a little bit of coaching.
I know that the
I'll
year
allow
was
you to correct it,
1638.
Did he die? Dana, would you like? Oh, I guess Dana's busy. So, have you shared your favorite memory,
When I
Jack?
go to the cemetery and see.
My favorite memory.
Yes, yours.
Oh, I shared Amy's favorite memory.
Yes. Now we have to have your favorite memory. You've been to quite a few Keene reunions.
Oh, come on, Dad. You always come every year.
I'm
I was
required.
with you when I was little.
You've even come when
I'm
I-
required to come every year.
It's a must.
It's a must. I believe my first Keene reunion was in maybe Casco. It was some sort of a beach. Betty's mother was still alive. Betty's father was still alive, and we were both still in college. Then we've had various different reunions we had it at a church once. Maybe had a couple of years had it there. It was a graveyard. What was that, McGuire Hill?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
In fact, Carrie took down the information. She's going to see if she can contact them. She thought it might be fun to go back to McGuire Hill in Poland, maybe even next year.
we had it at Rang Pond State Park a couple of years. And I remember one of the cousins came in, and he landed his seaplane or what kind of things right on the lake, which was the forest ranger didn't quite like that too much. Park ranger. But I guess he didn't get hauled off to jail or anything. He said, well, he actually flew right in. That was kind of exciting. And then
And our girls were very young, and I remember we had it was a wooden sort of a playpen thing, but it was circular, and so you could make it at various different diameters. And so we took that and pulled it out and planted it in the sand and put the kids in there, and they had a great time.
And then another time we had, we were over in Bridgeton.
Yeah.
And
George Keene.
and some people from West Virginia came. As the governor of West Virginia
Yes.
came. His wife was a Keene descendant.
Yep.
And I think he may have come 2 different years
Yep.
in a row. It was kind of, I think that's the first time we ever had a governor of
Sitting governor.
a sitting governor of any state ever been to the.
Because of course Burt Fernald was a Maine governor, and he came to the first reunion, but he was no longer governor at that time.
The Honorable BMF?
Yes.
Yes.
Honorable BMF. That's from a story that my dad used to tell about the teacher, and this would have been, Dad ran away to school when he was 4. He was bored. And the school was just down the road, and so the teacher came and asked his mother, said, "Do you mind?" And his mother says, "Do you mind?" She says, "I'm fine with it." She says, "If you're fine, I'm fine." Good. And so the teacher asked the class who the governor of Maine was. And one of the kids says, "I know, it's the Honorable BMF." Because he was a cousin, because it was all Keene's all up and down Johnson Hill, and that's where the school was. And he was a cousin, and so that's the way he was referred to at home, was because it was just BMF, because Burt M. Fernald, but they just called him BMF because he was a cousin. He wasn't anybody highfalutin, he wasn't deserving of any greater respect than any other cousin.
Now, what company was that? That was in that area? Was it?
It was a corn packing, I think.
It was 3 names, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Fernald, Keene,
Fern and True.
Talk about pulling something out of the attic.
So Burt Fernald is related to her.
Yes.
The one that was the principal of the Elm Street School?
Yeah. Yeah.
His principal.
Well, how about that?
He was the principal when I went to school in.
No, he would have been his father.
His father.
Yeah.
father.
His father
So
was
then
the
he's
governor. Related to it. But still related, but his father was the one that was governor.
It's one generation further back. And how is he related? How did
His mother, well, I guess, if I remember correctly,
cousin by marriage?
yeah, his mother, his stepmother was a Keene, or something or his stepfather was a Keene. It was like a.
We'll dig into it and try to nail that
We'll
down.
report on that next chapter.
All right. So did you say what your favorite memory was, Dan?
Yes, he did.
I did.
Well,
A
you
couple of
shared
them.
you shared quite a few things. I didn't know if you had anything else you wanted to share.
No, I thought it was the
Come on, Dad.
most
You had
notable
me and my
thing was when the
sister.
guy,
Also, we did
well, a
the
couple of different
Keene
things, can't nail them down.
Reunion.
I was kind of impressed that the family was related to a sitting governor and actually came from a state.
Well, I guess we had.
And the fact the guy landed on the Rang Pond and almost got arrested and hauled off. I thought that was kind of exciting too.